Speaking on the sidelines of World Economic Forum's annual gathering in Davos, Switzerland, billionaire and philanthropist George Soros says Xi Jinping's decision to double down on his zero COVID policy has pushed China's economy into a freefall.
He also addressed China and Russia's alliance as a lack of assertiveness. And let's see what George Soros has to say.
To be the senior partner in the alliance with Russia, but Xi Jinping's lack of assertiveness allowed Putin to usurp that position. But Xi's worst mistake was to double down on his zero COVID policy. The lockdowns had disastrous consequences. They pushed the Chinese economy into a freefall that started in March and will continue to gather momentum until Xi reverses course, which he will never do because he can't admit a mistake. Coming on top of the real estate crisis, the damage will be so great that will afflict the global economy. With the disruption of supply chains, global inflation is liable to turn into global depression.
Australia's new government has urged China to lift trade sanctions if it wants to reset a bilateral relationship that sunk to new depths under Morrison's administration.
Speaking from Canberra, Treasurer Jim Chalmers called for China to immediately lift trade barriers between the free trade partners. So far, China has created a series of official and unofficial trade barriers in recent years.
Certainly like to see those sanctions and those tariffs lifted. They are damaging our economy. They are making life harder for some of our employers and workers here in Australia. And so obviously we would like to see those measures lifted. That would be a really great start when it comes to how we manage what is a really complex relationship, a relationship that has become more complex over time. Well, we need to recognise that the complexities in the relationship with China are driven by China. You know, the Chinese approach to the region and to Australia has changed. They have become more aggressive and more assertive. And so our job in that difficult context is to try and manage the relationship in a considered and sober, non-partisan way. That's been